Relationships in Disney princess movies have certainly come a long way since the days of just waiting for a prince to arrive. Discover more about the evolution of Disney's most romantic couples, and if you're new to our channel, hit the red button down below to subscribe. Snow White and the Prince. Snow White and the Prince are the first in Disney's long line of human couples, and it's love at first sight. They meet when Snow White sings at the wishing well and the prince surprises her by joining in, and they don't see each other again until the prince wakes her up with a kiss. They have to overcome the evil queen's jealousy and her poisoned apple. Their love story in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, is typical of the classic era of Disney princess movies. It was all about the woman waiting for a prince to rescue her, and she hardly knew him. Princess Aurora and Prince Philip. Although they first meet when a young Prince Philip attends baby Princess Aurora's christening, their first romantic meeting is similar to Snow White and the Princes. Aurora is singing about her dream man, and lo and behold, he surprises her by joining in. Again, it's love at first sight. And again, they don't meet until he wakes her up from the sleeping death spell cast by a villainous woman. This time, it's Maleficent. They'd been betrothed since birth, so it was like fate. Disney's idea of romantic love in 1959's Sleeping Beauty is much the same as in 1937. Ariel and Prince Eric. There was a 30-year wait for The Little Mermaid, and with that change in time came a change in romantic story. The 1989 movie was the first of Disney's Renaissance era with more progressive and independent protagonists. It is Ariel who starts off as the rescuer. She first meets Prince Eric when she saves him from the storm that destroys his ship. They have to overcome their difference in species. Then they have to battle Ursula, which is Eric's time to be the rescuer. And they also have to convince Ariel's father that humans and mermaids can be friends. Belle and Beast. In 1991's Beauty and the Beast, Belle also has to overcome a difference in species when she falls for Beast. Like Ariel, Belle is more independent than her predecessors, but still yearns for a love story. And she finds it in the unlikeliest of places. She first meets Beast when she saves her father from his dungeon. It's a bad first impression, but they grow close as they spend more time together. Beast softens and Belle loses her prejudice. When Gaston attacks, this time it's the woman who's the rescuer. Belle's love breaks the curse and turns Beast back into Prince Adam. Princess Jasmine and Aladdin. In previous films, the male love interest is a prince, but 1992's Aladdin breaks with tradition by having a princess fall in love with a street boy. Jasmine meets Aladdin in the market when he saves the disguised princess from a threatening stallholder. They share a connection, but their difference in class stands in the way, as does power-hungry villain Jafar. The law says she must marry royalty, but Jasmine wants to marry for love. Aladdin pretends to be a prince, fearing he's not good enough, but she prefers the real version, and her father allows them to marry. This era of film shows couples overcoming obstacles created by society rather than an individual. Pocahontas and John Smith. In the 1995 movie Pocahontas, the titular character first meets John Smith when she secretly follows him as he explores the land he's come to colonize. She teaches him about nature and they fall in love. They must overcome their preconceptions about each other and the violence their groups are planning. Pocahontas saves John from execution, but he must return to England for medical help. Unusually, this Disney love story doesn't have a happy ending. Mulan and Shang. Like Jasmine and Aladdin, Mulan and Shang first meet when one is disguised in 1998's Mulan. But Mulan pretends to be a man much longer than Jasmine plays the peasant. Mulan and Shang become close friends as they train together in the army. She even saves his life. But once her true gender is revealed, their relationship falters. It's clear Shang still cares, as he ensures she isn't executed. Their story doesn't end in marriage, but with a hopeful scene of reconciliation. Tiana and Prince Naveen. Tiana and Naveen's love story mainly takes place in amphibian form in 2009's The Princess and the Frog. Naveen asks Tiana to kiss him to break the voodoo spell that made him a frog, but as Tiana isn't a princess, she turns into a frog too. They spend a lot of time bickering as they try to become human once more. But their love grows as they help each other, and when they marry as frogs, their kiss transforms them, proving love is more important than money or status. Rapunzel and Flynn. Rapunzel and Flynn Rider get off to a rocky start in the 2010 movie Tangled, namely her hitting him with a frying pan, but they open up to each other and thief Flynn realizes there's more to life than money. This movie returns to the classic obstacle being a villainous woman, namely Mother Gothel, but Flynn proves his love by cutting Rapunzel's hair, and then she saves him with her magical tears. They have a more equal relationship than the earlier Disney couples. Anna and Kristoff. Unusual for a Disney princess film, the main relationship focus in Frozen is the love between two sisters. But the 2013 movie also involved a love interest, two in fact. Anna was duped by Prince Hans but eventually found true love with Kristoff. It's quite a departure from the classic era where the good guy was always the royal, and where the relationship was love at first sight, and where the princess waits passively for the prince to save the day. These new Disney couples work together on their adventures. The Disney love story has evolved to show more equality. Which is your favorite Disney couple? Let us know in the comments below and give our video a big thumbs up.